nice new hat. Where did you get? That's the Philly Flyers, isn't it?
Yeah, turned up the other day.
Oh, you should have got your Michigan one. Hey, that is a sick hat.
Just hangs on.
Hangs with the rest of them. Oh, mate. Hi, I'm Tony. This is Stephen, NFL fans from the UK. Green Bay Packers fan, Philadelphia Eagles fan. And I thought I'd kick things off with a question for you.
Okay.
Bill Belichick as the head coach for the Eagles, what do you think? If Nick Sirianni gets sacked...
Sack him already.
Sack him already.
Sack him already. Look at the last, 3-4 years with Bill Belichick in charge of the Patriots.
But he has... obviously the last couple of years has been shit. He's had 29 seasons as a head coach in the NFL, 31 playoff victories, 49 consecutive years as a coach of some description in the NFL, 302 regular season wins, 6 Super Bowl wins as a head coach, but actual 8 overall as a coach. He's been to Super Bowl 12 times. Has at least 3 wins against all 32 teams at least 3 times. The only other coach to have done this was Big Red.
Yeah. I mean, he's been an impressive coach. There is no two ways about it. You can't argue with the stats. But you look at his last, 3-4 seasons?
He was shit the last 3 or 4 seasons.
Yeah, I mean...
He was head coach and GM, wasn't he?
At one point, yeah. But, I mean, you look at it, he had Tom Brady. They made a hell of a dynasty together. And it got so bad, Brady quit and went to the Buccaneers for 2 years.
Yeah, I suppose.
Literally, he left Patriots, won another Super Bowl with the Buccaneers.
How long was he with the Patriots, Bill Belichick? I didn't look that up.
Belichick? I have no idea. Let's have a look.
Years and years. If he's been a coach for 49 years, I should have looked that up because I was just going to say maybe going to a different team might do him some good. I don't even know what he's doing now. I think he's an announcer now, isn't he?
I was going to say, he was moving to announcing, is what I heard.
That's what I heard. I don't know whether he did. I don't think any college teams would take him at the end, would they?
No, I don't think they would. He spoke to McAfee about joining his show, and they were talking about him doing a segment on there on like a Monday or something.
Yeah, once a week show on Pat McAfee show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if anything ever came from that.
How long Bill been? 23 years.
With the Patriots?
Bill Belichick coached the Browns from 91 to 95 and the Patriots from 2000 to 23. So at least 23 years.
That is a long-ass time to be a head coach of one team.
Yeah. I just want to say, he had one hell of a career with the Patriots.
Yeah, I don't think... It was just something I stumbled across and I thought, oh, that's quite interesting. I wonder... Because who are they going to get after if Nick Sirianni goes?
I don't know. I mean, the coaches have been changing so much lately.
There's no one that could step up, really, is there?
Well, no, but you look at it.
Season.
You look at what's been happening with the coaches and stuff the last few years. A lot of the sort of offensive coordinators and stuff have been leaving to get head coach jobs.
Well,
so if someone has a good enough season this year, they could potentially, if Sirianni ever got fired this season, leave their team to be our head coach.
Well, Andy Reid. He could come back to the Eagles.
With what him and Pat are doing, I don't think he's coming back.
I don't think...
They just extended him, didn't they?
I think so.
I think
he's got a big contract.
In the last couple of months, I'm sure he got extended. Because I know loads of people have been talking to Pat about, what do you see your future with? Do you see another big contract coming up?
He's not bothered, is he?
No. Because with his contract as it is, he still makes loads of money. He's with the team for, I think, another 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, did he get a 10-year contract?
Yeah, like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, so he's got years and years left.
Yeah, so he's with them for at least another 5 or 6 years, still making shitloads of money. And there's enough room for them to pay star players like Travis Kelce, Xavier Worthy, Luis Rizama, and there's all these people they can afford to pay.
It is unlikely he is going to be a backup anytime soon.
Oh, no.
Swap him out for anyone else, are they?
Who would be crazy enough to put Pat Mahomes on the bench if he's not injured?
No, I don't know. Fucking crazy, isn't it? I don't think I've ever seen a backup quarterback play for the Chiefs.
I did, because Pat got taken out through an injury.
It was in quarterback, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was something. He got
his ankle. He
spat
it up, and then he had it spatted up, and then.
But while he was getting it spat up and stuff, they took him out of the game. Obviously, they took him into the locker room.
He was only out for one play, though, wasn't he?
He wasn't out for long.
He come back out and he was hopping around on one foot for ages.
Because he didn't do any of his signature running out of the pocket. He just stayed.
Yeah, just
and
around.
If they were going to sack him, he just threw it out of bounds.
Mm-hmm. It's fucking mental, isn't it? I actually seen a thing on X. It was Chicago Bears and Detroit Lions had a joint practice today.
Okay.
And the Bears defensive line bench jumped Amon-Ra St. Brown over the play. Yeah, something happened. He got taken down, and then they all just started shoving each other. It was Amon-Ra St. Brown, and loads of the defense was shoving him.
Jesus.
After the play had happened, I meant to send it to you to have a look at, but
was that the thing where they were taking the piss out of him for being real skinny? Was that him?
Don't know.
No, that was something to do with the Chiefs, I think. Because they got that, the Chiefs got that really fast guy, didn't they? Was it Xavier Worthy?
Mm-hmm.
Broke the combine record and stuff. Obviously, being so fast, he's real skinny and stuff. He got onto the field for one of the practices, and there was a video going around about it, and they just start pushing him around. Like he's not even in. They're not even in motion. They're not doing anything. You got two defenders lined up.
There was a fight at the Chiefs training ground as well, weren't there?
And they just started pushing him about into each other. They weren't even trying to tackle him. They just started shoving him.
Yeah, because he's so skinny, but he's fast as fuck, isn't he? Fast as fuck, boy.
The thing is, at the end of the day, you don't want to injure him because he could potentially be one of your best receivers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did you watch the Hall of Fame game?
I watched the highlights.
Yeah, so
the game in 40 thing.
The Bears won, didn't they?
Technically.
Yeah, I was just going to say technically because it got rained off, didn't it?
I mean, they played 3 quarters. If they had played 4 quarters, I think Texans would have taken that.
Yeah, so do I.
Because they looked good in the first quarter, went a bit weird in the second quarter, and in the third they got quite a few penalties on them.
I didn't understand that. Was that wasn't their team, was it?
That wasn't the starters, no.
No, I didn't think it was because
that was like
Caleb,
backups and stuff,
I thought so.
Rookies and that sort of stuff. That's where you test them all out in the preseason.
The Bears didn't have.
Speaking of preseason, I made a note about this actually because it made me chuckle. Yeah, Jets head coach claims Aaron Rodgers is still recovering from his Achilles injury and won't play preseason.
Hey?
But he was supposedly nearly good enough to go if they made it to the playoffs.
Last season, yeah. And he got fined for not coming to OTAs as well, didn't he?
But he's apparently not healed enough to play preseason.
That's weird.
How does that make sense?
He got fined. I think it was either training camp or OTAs.
I heard something about
turning up, and it was like he'd gone to some retreat or something.
He disappears, doesn't he, all the time?
Yeah, to some Indian retreat thing, where they're in the smoke tent thing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fucking weird, man. But I had something about the new kickoff rule. I didn't really understand the new kickoff thing. but watching that game, it makes more sense now.
Having seen it, it's. I mean, it kind of made a little bit of sense to me anyway. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's going to be as fruitful as they hope it's going to be.
No, because
nobody seemed to make it more than the 30-yard line.
No, because what it is, no one can move into it. Is either hit the kick zone, the end zone, or been returned, isn't it?
Until the receiver starts running with it.
Yeah, and
essentially,
they reckon it is going to get them. Last season, they had 88% return from the 21 yard to the 30-yard line, and this season they want it to be 40 to 50%. 40 to 50% return.
Yeah, they want half the punts return, basically.
Yeah.
To make it more exciting, because the trouble was with it before, if you called fair catch, you were guaranteed to start the 25.
Yeah, it's not now, though, is it?
So why risk it when the chances are it's going to, because it would quite often end right by the sort of 1 or 2 yard line, and you were lucky if you made it back to 20.
Really close, isn't it?
Because
Go on.
The Eagles actually use a guy called Britton Covey for a lot of their punt returns last season. Mm-hmm. He was actually, at one point, I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe he was training at one point to do either Olympic or national track running.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he could have raced in a Tyreek Hill race. He was fast as fuck.
I reckon for the Chiefs, it'll be Louis Rees-Zammit that does the kick return.
I think he's going to be a lot of return.
Yeah, because that's what they do in rugby anyway, isn't it, pretty much?
Yeah, it's a big part of it.
So he's going to be good at that. Did you see the Green Bay Family Day?
Yeah, the little kid.
The little kid. He caught 3 kickoffs. He caught 3 punts. That was well good. He didn't drop any of them. He was tiny as well.
If he'd have been bigger, they'd have tried to make him catch more. Yeah. But he could only hold literally 3 balls, so it's a bit unfair.
For his entire life. That is going
to. Yeah, well, he caught the 3rd one, and the whole team swarmed him.
Yeah, that was well cool.
So, that's going to be something he's going to remember for as long as he lives, whatever happens, whether he goes into the sport or not.
Go on, what have you got? I've got a few different things.
I saw I still haven't seen anything about it, but the Steelers don't seem to have named Wilson or Fields as their actual quarterback.
I actually had that as well. Yeah, there's a race for it. They're both competing for it through the training camp.
Well, they weren't supposed to be, were they? Because Wilson was supposed to be, but then he was out for one reason or another, ill or something, and then Fields started throwing loads of really good passes and stuff.
They're making them compete for it now, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't think either of them's really much better than the other. So there's a reason both teams traded them away.
Yeah, it's going to be who do you think is going to get it? Do you know what I mean? Either, isn't it?
Yeah, I can see Russell Wilson getting it because he's a big name and what have you. But look at it this way. The Broncos were willing to take $50 million of his contract in dead money to get rid of him. They're still paying. The rumour is Steelers are only paying him $1 million this year.
Okay, now.
And the Broncos are paying him $50. So they're willing to pay him $50 million to go away from their team.
That is a massive cut, isn't it, for the Broncos to lose $50 million. And it's a win for the Steelers no matter what they take.
Yeah, well, it's a $1 million risk. It's $1 million risk. You'd be paying anybody more than that. You pay a safety on a 1-year contract more than that, probably. Mm-hmm. So it's not really a risk, is it?
No. That's fucking crazy. I didn't look massively into that. I just seen they're making them compete for it.
I didn't look into it, but I had heard about the pay difference and stuff when the trade initially had come out before we were talking about podcast. I'd read up on it then because I was like, he's still in the contract. How much do the Broncos still owe him? And then someone had said something about the Steelers were only paying him $1 million. I was like, well, then what is the Broncos paying him? It's apparently $50 million. So they're paying him 50 million to go away.
They're paying him 50 million to fuck off.
So I don't think he's much better than Justin Fields.
Who is the Broncos QB now?
I don't even know, to be honest. I think it's like one of their backups or something. I don't know.
You'd like to think in the off season they have been training fucking hard.
Who knows? I mean, they know they've got a 50 million hit on their salary that they can't do anything with.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if they're going to just try and survive the season without being at the bottom. And then
find out, won't we?
Try and push further the year after. Does that make sense? But
yeah.
I don't know.
So Tua Tagovailoa, something like that. Tagovailoa is only the seventh QB to have been the season leader in passing yards per attempt, and passer rating in the same season. Only the seventh person to do that in NFL history.
He's underrated, I think.
Massively underrated.
I mean, there's a reason he's just picked up a massive contract. Mm-hmm. I think he's underrated because of people like Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, all these other people they've got on the team that are big stars. Mm-hmm. But they don't make these big plays without a good quarterback.
No, your QB is your star. He's your king, isn't he?
And you look at it, Tyreek's been with the Dolphins, 2 seasons? Maybe 3?
I think this is coming up to his 3rd season, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe his 2nd season.
Either way, the Dolphins were already competitive without Tyreek. Mm-hmm. And who did they have before Tyreek? They had Tua.
Yeah.
So
Tua makes the team. Your quarterback is your team. Is your team really?
He's a linchpin of the team. There's a reason the quarterbacks are paid the stupid money,
the big money.
Because I seen this clip on, I think it might have been on X actually, about Peyton. Was it
Peyton Manning?
Peyton Manning, yeah. He was talking back when he was playing for Colts. Mm-hmm. He was talking about the QB being the hardest position because not only have they got to make good plays, they got to, make good passes, good handoffs or whatever, do fake outs really well, but he's got to know what everybody else on the team's doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Try and be able to read the defence at the same time. He's got to be able to do everything, basically.
Mm-hmm. He's got to know who's going to be open the quickest, who's going to be the quickest, who's going to be
where they're supposed to be.
Yeah. We in flag on Sunday. We were training. We were running 2 routes. There's 2 of us. The guy who is our quarterback also does wide receiver, but inside wide receiver.
Yeah,
and I do outside. But we switched it up this week, and I was doing inside wide receiver.
Yeah,
inside receiver, and he was doing outside, so he was playing my position. And so the QB's given me a route to run, and who is our head coach, he was playing the quarterback. He was giving me my route, giving the other guy his route, and seeing who would come to, who would get to their zone fastest.
Yeah.
And I was just like, fucking hell, I can only just remember my fucking route. I can't remember everyone else's route as well.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard. So you think there's 11 players on a field?
Yeah.
And the quarterback's got to remember who's got fucking what route, where they're going to be, how fast they're going to get there.
He's also got to think about it, which tackles could potentially be letting a defensive end through to trick him so that he doesn't run into them.
Yeah, exactly. Mental, isn't it?
There's all sorts of things that he's got to think about, because some of them, of course, will be like when Kelsey used to play. If he's off blocking for the running back, there's nobody blocking there. So there's potential for some. So he's got to know where they're going, where the gaps are going to be, so he's not just left wide open and just sacked or whatever.
Sack. That's the good thing about flag. You don't get tackled.
Yeah.
Tackled.
I mean, it's a bit different.
Or quarterback sack. Fucking hell, man.
So how have the Packers been looking?
Packers have actually just signed and released some people. We signed Peter Bowden, safety, Don Cialis, centre back, and LJ Davis, centre back. And we've released centre back Zion Gilbert, fullback Henry Pearson, and kicker James Turner. Peter Bowden is a rookie out of the University of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
He was an undrafted free agent. And then Don Callis, I want to say, a rookie who spent 4 years at East Central University in Ada, Oklahoma. And Davis, centre back, first-year player at a Northern Arizona University. Originally signed with the Tennessee Titans as an undrafted free agent in May 2023 after a rookie camp tryout, but was released at the end of training camp. He started his college career at Southern Utah. But there's nothing about why they released these players. And that was on the Packers newsletter thing. They have a Packers podcast as well on the Packers website.
Right.
But it is so hard to get notifications. I don't know if it's my phone. I can't get notifications as to when it's on, so I'm trying to catch up on it. But you can read the whole podcast afterwards, and it just picked my fucking brain. But I couldn't get anything coming from their training camp again.
Right.
I don't know why.
They're keeping it quite quiet.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get too much coming from the Packers before the season starts.
I don't think there's going to be a lot from them before pre-season.
No. But that is pretty much all the news I got from the Packers. We made 3 new signings and released 3 people. But I meant to look at the rookie tape, or all the tapes on these new 3 players, but mate, life got in the way and I didn't have fucking time to do that.
Yeah, that's the trouble with everything.
I did just see that Peter Bowden played all 39 games for the Badgers over the 3-year season, and he handled the snapping for all kicks over the past 2 seasons. He was the long snapper for all special teams action. He was named a Patrick Manley Awards semi-finalist in 2022 and a finalist in 2023. Bowden also helped K. Nathaniel Vakos an honourable mention in Big Ten honours. He will wear 49 for the Packers. Don, whatever his name is going to be number 30 for the Packers. And Davis is going to be... where's it gone? Oh, I can't even see it. But he's going to be... No, I've lost it. Yeah, I had the... did you see the Steelers camp training camp clip? A fight broke out.
I was going to say about the fight.
The defence wiped out Justin Fields.
Yeah.
There's fights in all the training camps, isn't there, at the moment?
I mean, the Chiefs have had 2, because Kels got involved in one.
I was just going to say Kels got in one.
I don't know whether he actually hit somebody or anything, but he definitely pushed someone.
I think every training camp, Travis Kelce gets into a fight by the sounds of it.
Well, I don't know if you can really call them fights, because all the clips I ever see is him pushing someone, and then they just sort of get in each other's faces, and that's just a load of shouting afterwards.
If you listen to New Heights, though, he is a hothead by the sounds of what he says.
Yeah, I mean, he's said a few times that him and Andy Reid have had words.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had words with him at the Super Bowl, didn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, when you're that passionate about the game, you're going to get pissed off if things don't right. It's what it is, isn't it? You know, you don't get the play right, it's going to piss you off.
So, how are the Eagles training camps looking? Have you seen much? I've seen
a bit.
Tackles.
Jake Elliott, yeah. But you know what the funniest bit about that is? He's... What is it? I think his height's something like 5'10" or something. He's not the biggest guy.
He's not going to be very big, is he?
I think if he actually connects on a tackle, it's going to be impressive.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he is a tiny man. I mean, they made a joke last season, the offensive lineman, and they were calling him because he made like a game-winning 61-yard field goal or something. And Jordan Mailata, the big 6'8" Australian guy, he's like 6'8", 7 foot tall. He's like 300 pounds. Just picked him up and just like held him like he was the Lion King. Yeah. And so of course they all started joking about calling him Simba and stuff.
That's fucking brilliant. I have not seen too much from Eagles.
I've been seeing loads of clips and stuff. A few of them the starters have been sort of dipping in and out, not through they don't want to. They've had a few illnesses, but what it has done is it's allowed some of the rookies and backups to play with the first team and see if they can make a good impression.
Yeah.
And one of the other things I've noticed is the running backs. That's been an interesting one. Saquon was out for a bit. I mean, he's got running back one. That's a given. The amount they've paid him.
Yeah, he's going to be.
Yeah. But there's almost a question about number 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because our already under contract running back, Kenny Gainwell, was looking like he was going to be special teams or number 3.
Oh, really?
But apparently he's been making some quite good plays. So he might just sneak into that backup position, number 2. Nice. But then there's also been some good things said about our running back we took in the draft. Will Shipley, I think his name was. Let me just check. Yeah, Will Shipley. But apparently he's been catching passes like a receiver, not like a running back. Ooh. So I think, what I think it's going to do is I think they could almost be tied. And I think it's going to depend on what they want to play as to who they use. If they set up like a screen pass or something, they might use Shipley. But if they're on like a red zone, need a couple of yards, they might throw game winning.
Be good. Switch up the offense, get a few different players in there. It's good to use the rookies, I think. Use them as
it is, but then
cannon fodder. Obviously
everyone knows about AJ Brown and how ridiculous he's been. I mean, the Eagles season collapsed and he still records 1,400 yards.
That's mental, isn't it?
But he was going up against one of our draft picks, our first round draft pick, Quinyon Mitchell, the cornerback. And he was trying to trash talk him in practice, trying to rile him up. And apparently he wasn't biting. Apparently he wasn't having it. He just stayed quiet. But he apparently broke up one of his passes. So there's been that. James Bradbury switched to safety, but he's on second teams.
Oh.
He's not on starter team.
Why?
Apparently. He got a few reps recently, apparently, for starter team because I think someone was out. Mm-hmm. So there's been a few people have been out, so the backups have had starter team play and stuff. Mm-hmm. So a few of them have been impressing. Vic Fangio and Kellen Moore and stuff.
Second week, haven't we, of training?
Yeah, it's when they've started practicing with pads and stuff now, of course. So yeah, it's started getting a bit more interesting.
Yeah, you're seeing them more wearing the Guardian helmets and stuff like that, aren't we?
Yeah, but they're not full on tackling and stuff, but they're making some kind of connection.
That's good.
So yeah, it's been looking good. Hopefully, it's been looking good enough that they're not going to collapse because Sirianni also hasn't been calling offense.
That's what he done last season, wasn't it? He called offense.
Yeah, but then our coordinators both got fired. So, I mean...
He had to, didn't he?
Yeah. Would you really trust them?
Not at all.
You know, I saw this thing the other day that since Jalen come into college football, which was 7 seasons ago, he's had like 6 different offensive coordinators.
That is mad, isn't it?
How can you expect anyone to perform at a high level when you make that many changes in his career?
Yeah. Did you see he done the advert for the flag football for the Olympics.
Yeah.
Did I send that to you? That is going to be fucking...
I literally saw that just before you sent it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wait. I seen him pick up the ball, and I was like, wait, that's Jalen Hurts. What's he doing? He dipped it in the fire.
Yeah, and logged it.
Oh, that is fucking cool for an advert to officially announce that flag football is going to be in the Olympics.
Yeah. Well, he's been a big advocate for flag football, especially girls' flag football.
Yeah.
So no surprise they used him, really.
No. Did you know there's actually, there's obviously full contact over here.
Yeah.
There's flag over here. I was looking today. There's female full contact over here as well.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I seen it on. I can't remember what the website is. It's a British American Football Association or something.
Okay.
It starts at at under 12s, I think. And then you got under 12s, under 16s, under 18s, women's, and adults.
No, I didn't know that. I did see this thing that I don't know if he was like a commentator or a presenter or what he was, but there was this British guy talking to some commentator or presenter from in America about like the running back position or something, and then he's like, "How do you know?" He's like, "I played running back for 11 years in the UK."
Yeah, it's mental, isn't it? They don't.
I didn't realise how long it had been here.
It's been here for years. I didn't realise that either.
Do you know what I mean? Since he was retired, and he'd already played 11 years in our country as a runner.
How long it's been over here, and how long we didn't know it was over here.
Yeah.
We could have played it when we were kids.
If it was in our area, I think I would have been there. I don't think there'd have been a question about it.
In Newbury, it's like half an hour away from me. The guy who plays our quarterback position, he played when he was 16.
Jesus.
At Newbury School.
Honestly, if it had been an option to do at school or something, I 100% would have done it.
100%, yeah. Daniel can start up a club when he goes back. Year 9s can start up their own clubs.
Okay.
And we have suggested, because he is interested in flag football.
Yeah.
So he's really good at receiving and throwing. He can get a perfect spiral nearly every single time he throws the ball.
I think it'd be quite good for a school as well, because there's no contact in it.
No contact, and they need someone to coach maybe, and they don't even need to do that because he can teach the club. If he knows enough about the game, he can teach it.
Yeah.
So all they need is some flags and some balls.
They only need like 10 people to play it.
Yeah, 5-on-5, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's not even like you need a whole year group or anything.
No. So
you don't even need a whole classroom.
10 of his friends to play. He's got a club. Do you know what I mean? I personally think it would be good for schools, even contact like they do in America with their schools. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
but I can see why they don't want to do it, because I know the team out here, you got to pay for insurance and stuff like that.
But schools play rugby, so they've got that insurance anyway.
Yeah.
Contact insurance.
But I know there's a lot of equipment in it, isn't there? Rugby, there isn't.
Yeah.
When we moved to Kent for that year, I played rugby.
Did you?
Yeah, I played, because that was the sport they did. They didn't do football. At least not my year group. We played rugby. I remember getting wiped out so bad a few times. Well, there's this lad on our year group. We called him the car, because that's what it was like being hit by. You see him coming at you, you put your head down and just hope to God you're still conscious afterwards.
I never played any sport when I was at school, I don't think.
Apart from rugby at that school, in the Kent school, I didn't, because I wasn't bothered.
I didn't enjoy sports when I was at school. It was when I left school. I skateboarded when I was at school, and I BMX, but that was it. And then when I left school, it wasn't even when I left school, it was when I was 20... How old was I when Tyler was born? 26. So 27, I started going to the gym.
Yeah.
And I got into bodybuilding and stuff like that. And then obviously started watching the NFL around the same time. And then I was like, I want to play the game, but there's nothing, there's nowhere to play the game. And then out here, there's actually a full contact team out in Basingstoke, and we are the second flag team in Basingstoke. The first flag team don't advertise that they do anything. Like, they only play friendlies. They don't enter tournaments or anything like that.
Swindon barely advertises it's got a contact team.
It's mad, isn't it? I don't understand why they wouldn't advertise for people to come and join.
Well, they put up a thing I think it was the start of the year or something, that they needed coaches or something, or it was the end of the season or something. They're like, "Oh, we need coaches," but they didn't even put up their scores for 3 weeks. They'd lost a lot. They played 8 games in the season, won 3. Do you know what I mean?
We've got a rookie day coming up to try and get more people in. Can't remember when it is, but there's a rookie day for our team, and we're looking for more coaches as well. You should move to Basingstoke, get a job in Basingstoke, come play for our team.
It's tempting, mate. Honestly, we got solid out here. It's just
you could get
flat.
a job out here. You could just get a job out here, and we could train together. We could play football for our team on Sunday.
I think if I had started playing contact football or even rugby at school, that's probably what I would have been doing now.
I think it would be, 100%. Even if it wasn't...
Because I was always doing stupid stuff outside of school.
Even if it wasn't top level, you'd be doing something.
I was always doing dumb stuff. I've got a lot of scars from that. But I think at school I needed something like that, really.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I never focused or anything.
No, that's why I got pants grades, because I wasn't interested. They didn't capture my attention.
Nah. The only thing that captured my attention was science.
No, I didn't even.
But I got in trouble a few times in science. one of which was for setting the Bunsen burner tap on fire. But yeah, I mean, I think this country could do more with it if they actually put more into it.
Yeah, of course it could. Pardon me. Did you see that JJ McCarthy may be QB1 for the Vikings?
I heard something about it.
JJ McCarthy is Christian McCarthy's little brother, isn't it?
You thinking of Christian McCaffrey?
Oh, I am, yeah. No, but JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, I know who you mean, but yeah, no. Christian McCaffrey's brother did get signed though this year. I think he got drafted this year.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Which is probably why you're confusing them. But I'm sure he got drafted this year.
I think he did.
But I don't think he was running back like his brother.
And Aaron Jones was our running back for the Packers last season.
Yeah.
It's looking like the running back 1 for Vikings.
I heard about that.
We are in trouble.
Because you guys are in the same division, yeah?
Mm-hmm. And he was so fucking good for us last season as well.
Well, that's what I thought when I heard about it. I was like, oh, that's not gonna do him any favours. But what that is going to mean for you guys is you know how he operates.
Yeah, that is the bonus of him moving to, or anyone moving from, say, the Packers to a team in the same division. We know how they play.
Yeah, and you could say that about Saquon and the Eagles. Mm-hmm. But apart from Saquon, the Giants have no good players.
No, I know. I did have something about the Giants.
They had almost a revolving door of quarterbacks. And just the team did so.
Jalen Mills, new rookie for the New York Giants. Do you know who Jalen Mills is?
I heard the name.
I've heard the name. I've never seen the face. I tried to look at a lot of the draftees' tape.
Yeah.
There's so much tape, and not just for the guys that just got drafted. The guys that are looking to get drafted are uploading stuff on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't find any tape on him.
Wow. Sorry to interrupt, but I was just looking at the NFC East. Mm-hmm. Giants haven't won the division since 2011.
That's a long-ass time.
Even the Commanders, formerly known as Washington Football Team and Washington Redskins, have won it 3 times.
That is a long fucking time.
That's bad, really.
That thing you sent me about the Packers and the Bears.
Yeah.
Packers and Bears. The 7.
Yeah, it was. They had
wins.
6.
Packers win the Super Bowl. 600 wins, Packers win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was like 600 with Brett Favre, and they won the Super Bowl. 700 with Rodgers, they won a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And they're like, if they win so many games this season, they will reach their 800th win.
Yeah, will that lead to the Packers winning the Super Bowl?
With Jordan Love.
I put a video up on TikTok calling Jordan Love our franchise QB Hall of Famer already, and someone's giving me, have you got no shame saying that he's going to go to the Hall of Fame already? No. Let's get this clear. I don't care. He's going to the Hall of Fame.
The Packers have kind of had a cheat code, though. Their last two have been franchise quarterbacks and are both going to the Hall of Fame.
Exactly. That's where Jordan Love's headed. I don't care what anyone says. He could retire tomorrow and go to the Hall of Fame. Podcast done. We're out of here.
Mind you, did you see that thing? I saw this video. I think that was on TikTok. A Packers fan at the stadium was like pointing to the retired numbers. There was Brett Favre's. They're going to put Rodgers' number up there. Mm-hmm. And he was like, don't worry, Jordan. There's still space for your number to go just next to him when you retire.
Oh, mate. Oh, what else have you got for this week?
Madden ratings came out, didn't they?
I've seen that.
Are you surprised by any of it?
Not really. You've got Travis Kelce's 99 Club, Pat Mahomes' 99 Club. Did you see them opening their boxes?
Yeah.
They gave Travis Kelce a gold microphone for his podcast, and
Pat got some golf balls.
Golf balls and golf club. Gold putter. That's like they actually know what these people would use. Do you know what I mean? That's crazy.
Well, someone on their social teams has gone, and I expect gone through like their social or something and seen what they like.
I've seen Christian McCaffrey is
99 Club.
In 99 Club. That's the only three I've seen so far. Who did you see?
Chris Jones from the Chiefs.
Right.
Their defense star.
Yeah.
He's.
I think I did see that one actually.
He's like number 6 or 7, I think. Oh. Who else was there? Tyreek.
Obviously.
That's just a given at this point.
Yeah, he got Player of the Year as well, didn't he?
Got voted by his peers, top on number 1.
Yeah. There was something wrong with that whole top players because
they put Pat at 4, didn't they?
Aaron Rodgers was in it as well. He didn't even play last season. He played one.
But he went down quite a few places though, if I remember rightly.
He shouldn't have been in it because
he was
out for the whole season.
Yeah, but not season just played, but the one before it, he was like 40 something. Mm-hmm. Last season, he was considered like 70 or something. So for this year, he was like in 70th place or something stupid. So he dropped back like 30 other places.
I've seen loads of them, and it's hard remembering all the names and the positions of them.
I saw the Eagles got 4 players? Yeah. 4 players in the top 100.
Packers got a couple mid to low 100. Not too many.
But one of the Eagles I was really happy with because he was also the highest tackle.
Was it?
In it. Lane Johnson. I
did see Lane Johnson.
Yeah, he was he was like top 40 or something.
Oh, really?
Top 30, top 40. But he was also the highest tackle in the NFL.
I've seen them all wearing their training cap. They got the Eagles green jersey, but the numbers are like lime green.
Yeah.
They're quite sick tops. I quite like them.
Did you see the ones for the Armed Forces Appreciation?
No.
The numbers were camo.
Oh, that's cool. I've seen a few throwback ones, and was it the Giants? I've seen this one on the Pat McAfee show. The Giants is hideous. Was it the Giants that was...
their throwback thing.
Yeah,
they're like cream trousers and red tops.
Yeah, they're not very... I don't like the throwback jerseys too much. I like the Armed Forces ones. They're cool. They always do. That's why the hats I've got are always the Armed Forces ones.
That's the colour you were on about, wasn't it? The lime green.
Yeah. Yeah, they look cool.
But they did, so you can kind of... It'd be easy to send this to you.
Who do you think's going to be on the cover of Madden 25? I reckon it's going to be Christian McCaffrey.
Well, he is.
Is he on? He
Yeah,
is definitely going to be.
he's on it. It's already been announced. Yeah.
Nice.
That's what the whole thing was about.
Animal. He's an animal.
I don't care what you say. He's the best running back in the league.
Their Armed Forces ones are sick. Did you actually get to see the winter warning helmet from the Packers?
The white helmet?
Yes.
That is a nice helmet.
Oh, you were sending me the merch, actually, yes. I want one of the hats. They are fucking cool.
Well,
I actually want a helmet.
The sideline hats have been released for the new season.
Have they?
Yeah, I was looking at them today.
Oh, I'm going to have a look. I'm going to have a look and...
I was looking at them today. I'll just send you a picture because there's only 4 being released so far for the Eagles. 1 or 2 I'm not too sure about. And I think you'll see them as soon as you look at it.
Let me see. Oh, the tartan one looks fucking horrible.
That's one. Yeah, I'm not.
That's a Kelly Green one, isn't it?
The bottom left one. See, I'm torn between that and the one.
So you're on about middle row left-hand side and middle row right-hand side.
So
yeah, I like the top right, top left.
The one with the rope on it.
Is that what that is?
Oh, yeah.
It's out the middle too, in it for show.
Yeah, if it didn't have the rope on it, that one would have been the one I went to.
I didn't get the draft hat. I got
the draft hat.
Yeah, I seen you got the draft hat. I need to get a new one for the new season.
The Super Bowl.
You've got so much more merchandise than I have, except
yeah,
my Packers sign, my Packers thing up here, and my Packers ball.
Obviously,
Packers signs down here.
Jersey, hats. I got the sign you gave me. I got another jersey in there. Another one in there. I got one hanging up in my bedroom. I got 2 there. I got 3 hats there.
That's a serious Eagles fan.
And I've got actually today. I got a notification about it being shipped. A new flies.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
But
I need to get more Packers stuff. I also need to get some better receiver gloves. Take them gloves. They stick like glue. Receiver gloves. If you play, you need receiver gloves.
Yeah.
Except, like, the ground was a bit moist when we first started, and that can make it a little bit more slippery.
Yeah.
So I was having to rub the ball on my top and all.
As I say, if you watch receivers in like rainy days and stuff, they go up to the offensive lineman and just start pouring at them like bears.
It makes it slippier.
Mind you, didn't Travis say he quite often just goes up to like Pat or someone and just like pours at them to dry his gloves off and stuff?
Yeah, the gloves do help a lot. The week before I didn't have them on and I couldn't catch because it was too hot. My hands were just sweating so bad. And then with the gloves on, they stop you sweating. So when they're dry, I didn't drop a ball.
Yeah.
As soon as I got them wet, they were slipping through like I had greasy hands.
Yeah, well, a lot of them say once those gloves are wet, it's almost impossible to catch. It's like having no gloves on.
Yeah, I was just wiping my hands down my legs on the rug. As soon as the ball come near me, I was trying to dry it off. It's fucking crazy. Have you got anything else?
I did see.
Done.
Pro Bowl's been announced.
Has it?
Yeah, it's going to be in Orlando, February 2nd, 2020.
Was it not in Orlando this year?
No. Was it?
No, it was in Orlando. Super Bowl was in Vegas.
I know it's quite often in Orlando. Thing is, it's always in February, isn't it? So you don't want to be going anywhere where it's going to be cold and what have you.
No, not at all.
You want semi-decent weather.
Where's the Super Bowl going to be? I know the draft for next year is Lambeau Field.
Sunday.
Caesars Superdome, where's that?
New Orleans Saints.
I forgot they even existed.
Let's hope no Saints fans watch. They ain't going to be too happy with us.
They're not New Orleans Saints anymore, though, are they?
Yeah.
Are they New Orleans still?
Yeah. I think they left for a while and came back.
Raiders were not Vegas. Where were they?
So they were the Oakland Raiders.
Oakland Raiders.
Yeah. They left for Vegas. The Oakland A's, their baseball team, they're leaving.
Are they?
Yeah. So Oakland's going to have nobody.
No, that's their last team, isn't it? Jesus Christ. Have you any more NFL information or news for us? Being our resident NFL seeker-upper?
What, the Texans apparently have sold out all their season tickets for the year.
Really?
Which is apparently the first time since 20...
The New York... Shit.
No, I don't think that's the
Giants.
team.
I think it was the Giants had absolutely nobody at their first few days of training camp. The stadium
Did you see
empty?
The first public practice for the Eagles, we sold 50,000 seats.
I didn't even know that was a thing until this season. Because I don't normally watch training camps. I haven't.
I watch videos of coming out of training camp, like 1 or 2 minute videos, what have you. But I don't actively watch training camp because it's usually on when I'm at work or whatever.
This season's the first time I've watched any of training camp or anything like that. I didn't know that the public could go and watch most of training camp.
Well, a lot of the reason the Eagles sell so many tickets to it is because they do them for like $10 for public training camp. It's $10, and it's like 7 o'clock or something, 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. So most people have finished work. $10 a ticket, $40 you, your missus, 2 your kids. Do you know what I mean? It's not an expensive night out.
It's not, is it really? And you get to see the team.
And they quite often treat it a bit like it's a football game, and they come up, sign autographs, take pictures. Because one of our players on the defence, Darius Slay, her daughter drove from Texas to be at the practice game. Could she take a picture? And he was like, yeah, just tell me what section you're in. So they told him. He went over, held a sign for her in front, and they took a picture together. I've seen another thing. I haven't checked it for a little while. I don't think the Patriots have named their starting quarterback.
Have they not? NFC North, rookie QB's OTA stats over the past 2 weeks. Bears, Caleb Williams, 23 and 74, 5 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 5 sacks.
Considering he's supposed to be real good, that's
real good.
That's not good looking.
That's not, is it? That is absolutely dog crap. That's with first team as well, first team reps. And Vikings, JJ McCarthy, 55-64, 19 touchdowns, 1 interception, 0 sacks. And that's with the second team.
I mean, that kind of says a lot.
I still don't get over how Caleb Williams went through all of the draft with refusing to do everything.
I think you can have a lot of your measurements and all that sort of stuff done before the draft. I don't
because he didn't do any reps or anything, did he?
No, but I think a lot of that stuff you can do. I think there's like some sort of scout thing before the draft. So I think if you go to that, you can.
It's just like, just watch my tape. I don't need to throw. Watch my tape.
But then he was supposed to be an amazing QB.
Yeah. See what else as we're still on.
But I got Michael signed a 1-year deal in the off season.
Really?
Played 6 seasons. And
why is he retiring?
I didn't read that for it. I thought it was quite interesting. Another person who's doing the same thing signed with a new team and is retiring after only doing 6 seasons.
Jesus Christ.
He was the Eagles running back last season. Played in 4 games.
And now he's retiring?
Yeah. I don't know what happened with Rashard Penny, but they did not let him.
There's a lot of players that happened to, I think, last year.
Well, he played quite well for Seattle, I want to say, was with.
The Seahawks.
He was injury prone, but when he was healthy, apparently he was a really good running back.
Huh.
He was really healthy, signed with the Eagles. Something happened, played bugger all. They didn't let him play. He was quite often at the games, you'd see him on the sideline or something, but they didn't put him in. He wasn't, when he was on the sideline, he'd quite often be like, you know, when they're injured or whatever, and they're just in like field gear, but not team gear. That's what he was. Yeah, he was just like, he looked like one of the members.
It's really weird, isn't it? How
he signed with a new team and he's decided.
I think I would as well.
So yeah, that was something.
While we're on retirements, OBJ. I reckon he's going to retire soon.
If he has a semi-decent year, I think he'll.
Yeah. Who was it? The last three seasons he got fucking like no. Real,
I think in the last 3 seasons he's had like 1,200 yards.
It combined
in 3,
the last
yeah.
three seasons. The last season he got no touchdowns, I think.
I think it was. I think in the last 3 seasons he's had like 1,200 yards combined and maybe 3 or 4 touchdowns in 3 seasons.
Let me see.
I'm sure I sent it to you at some point.
I think it was either I sent it to you or you sent it to me. Yeah, so here we go.
I know he had 3 touchdowns in Baltimore.
3 touchdowns last season, but he got 465 yards last season.
2021 he had no touchdowns.
Yeah, I knew there was one season he didn't. That was for the Cleveland Browns. He stayed with the Giants for a long period of time.
Well, he was drafted by the Giants. So obviously you're on your rookie contract. So
he was with the
and then he was
Giants
with them for another year. And then
so 5 years with the Giants, 3 years with the
Cleveland,
Browns, 1 year with the Rams, and
1 with Baltimore.
And
now he's in
Yeah, he's with the Dolphins though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's with the Dolphins. Well,
but it's not even 1,200 yards the last 3 seasons.
He's only got 7,932 yards in his career.
The last 4 seasons, 1,400, maybe 1,400.
1,400 yards in the last 4 seasons.
AJ Brown put up 1,400 up, and we still had a collapse.
I think most...
And people are talking about Odell, like...
Yeah, because he made that one-hand catch.
Yeah, but that was when he was with the Giants.
That was when he was with the Giants.
And he hasn't been with the Giants, so they need to get over it.
Catch. I made a one-hand catch the other day.
Were
left-handed. I was on my feet. Left-hand catch, and I'm pants with my left hand. One hand, yeet, got it out the air, and I managed to keep it all the way.
Nice.
I was pretty happy with that. That was my amazing catch for the week. But yeah, I thought we'd just end on that Odell Beckham Jr. one if you want.
Yeah, I personally believe he's
overrated as well.
He made one brilliant catch 6-7 years ago in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Done all right with the Browns. Fell off a cliff on his last season and then just bounced around since. Hasn't done anything substantial.
No.
But acts like he's some...
Yeah. I think once you get to that point in your career, that video that I seen, I thought that was his retirement speech.
Well, he said he didn't want to go out after the season he's had. But that season he's just had in Baltimore has been his best. And I don't think he's prime. Thing is, you got Tyreek Hill and all the other speedsters.
Mm-hmm.
And you haven't played that well in Baltimore, who haven't got the speedsters, haven't got the amazing talent at receiver.
What are you going to do in the Dolphins?
Yeah.
I don't think he'd be wide receiver 1, to be honest.
He's not.
Yeah, so he's going to be 2.
Maybe. I think he's more likely to be 3. I think they should put him.
Don't do it to him. He'll get splattered.
He wouldn't be able to stand up. They just come up to him and be like, I'm OBJ, I'm OBJ.
Unless you've got anything else, I think we'll leave it there.
I don't think there's been any major... Oh, what I will say, what I remember...
Uh-huh.
Have you seen them?
I've seen it. No. I'm going to have to look them up.
I'm going to send you a thing if I can, because their helmets at least look really good. All white.
Are they?
Yeah.
On helmets, I've seen so much negativity towards the Packers winter warning helmet. Everyone's, we're green and gold. But no, we've always had a white alternative, and I'm pretty sure it's always been white and yellow.
Yeah.
Or white and gold. That is one thing I want to get, is a helmet for Das Shelf.
It's the ultimate helmet. I don't think it's a throwback helmet. I think it's just an alternate. Yeah, there it is.
Everyone seems to have brought out a white helmet this year. Vikings one. I still really like the Vikings though.
Yeah, the Vikings did have a good one. The Eagles though didn't really go white.
No, it is already, isn't it? They got black.
They got black, and
Yeah, you can't have a white one, really, can they?
no.
That is a nice helmet.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, that is
White
actually.
alternative helmet.
They debuted dead.
Did they? Sick, man.
You
Shell
can't fault them for it. It's a really nice.
I'm gonna have to put these helmets into editing when I edit them. Right. I got Joey shouting me. I can hear him.
Yeah, that's all the news I've got. I think Eagles are signing a new linebacker, but they've been so shit.
We'll talk about that next week, I'm sure. All right, man. I'll speak to you later. Peace.